In the heart of prosperous Europe, where every square meter of land is worth a fortune, there is a tiny nation that is a paradise for the super rich, Monaco. It is not only one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but also one of the most attractive places in terms of geography, culture, and economy. So then, how does a place with no natural resources, no large industrial base, and notably no income tax find the money to develop? The story of the Principality of Monaco is a fascinating tale of wealth and a lesson in sophisticated strategy. Monaco covers an area of only 2.1 square kilometers. This principality is situated right on the Mediterranean coast, one of the most favorable regions on the planet. Monaco borders France, lying only about 20 kilometers from the city of Nice, and much of its territory is surrounded by French land. Here, the climate is ideally Mediterranean. Winters are not bitterly cold, and summers are warm, with golden sunshine and lush greenery all year round. Monaco is not only beautiful, but also boasts an incredibly convenient location, making it a top destination for Europe's wealthy elite. If you want to see supercars cruising along the coast, Monaco has them. And if you're into luxurious yachts, Monaco has those too. This very location alone has helped Monaco become a prosperous economic principality in Europe. Monaco is not only famous for its dazzling casinos and supercars zipping along the streets, but it is also a haven for the super rich, not because of its stunning scenery or luxurious cuisine, but because of a kind of power that is even more valuable than gold. This is a place that doesn't impose personal income tax. It may sound like something out of science fiction, but this policy has been in effect for more than 150 years in this country. While most nations levy personal income tax at rates as high as 40 to 50% in their top brackets, in Monaco, it doesn't matter whether you earn €1, 1 million euros, or any other amount. You still keep all that money without having to hand over a single cent to the government. That is precisely why this place has become a magnet for billionaires, entrepreneurs, and top athletes from around the world. In fact, before the 19th century, Monaco wasn't even a wealthy principality. The land was small, there were no resources, and industry was even more lacking. The people primarily made their living from fishing and grape cultivation, and the economy was only slightly better than poverty because there was hardly any space to develop. But then, in 1863, a revolutionary decision by Prince changed Monaco's fate forever. He allowed the construction of Monte Carlo, transforming the area into one of the most luxurious gambling destinations in the world. As a result, an enormous influx of money followed. So much so that after only 6 years, the government of Monaco realized they were wealthy enough to forego taxing their citizens. Thus, in 1869, personal income tax was officially abolished, ushering in a golden era for this tiny principality. Typically, a country needs to collect income tax to pay for services such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. However, Monaco doesn't follow that model. They have alternative sources of revenue that are so enormous that there's no need to dip into the pockets of its citizens. Firstly, Monaco's largest source of revenue comes from the Monte Carlo casino. Every year, millions of tourists come here to try their luck. Interestingly, however, the citizens of Monaco are not allowed to enter this establishment. The government bans its own citizens from gambling to protect domestic assets, allowing only foreign tourists to play. As a result, money flows in without ever flowing out. Secondly, Monaco is one of the most expensive destinations in the world. This tiny principality welcomes over 1.5 million tourists each year, most of them high rollers. They come to attend the Monaco Grand Prix, the most expensive sporting event in the world, or to shop at luxury fashion stores where VAT can reach up to 20%. Thirdly, real estate in Monaco is among the most expensive on the planet. Even a tiny apartment can cost tens of millions of euros. Overall, property prices here range from 50,000 to 100,000 euros per square meter. However exorbitant the prices may be, people still manage to cram in and buy property in Monaco. As appealing as Monaco is, not everyone qualifies to benefit from its tax policy. To become a citizen of Monaco, you must buy or rent property at very high prices and also have at least 500,000 euros deposited in a Monégasque bank. However, even if you have enough money, you're not necessarily guaranteed to benefit from this tax policy if you are a French or American citizen. France is right next door, and although the United States is far away, it is the world's #1 economic powerhouse. The governments of both countries require their citizens to pay taxes regardless of where they live. So even if they move to Monaco, they will still be taxed as usual. Therefore, Monaco primarily attracts millionaires from the UK, Russia, the Middle East, and other European countries. A nation with no income tax might sound wonderful, but in reality, not everyone benefits. The residents certainly are the primary beneficiaries, but what about ordinary workers? The truth is that life in Monaco is extremely expensive. A typical dinner can cost between 200 and 500 euros. Rental prices are so high that many workers have to live in the French border areas, commuting to Monaco every day. Although there is no income tax, the high value-added tax and overall cost of living mean that ordinary workers don't really benefit much. The question arises, now that many wealthy individuals fear paying taxes, how does one become a Monégasque? Can an ordinary worker live in Monaco? The answer is yes, but it is nearly impossible. Monaco has only about 40,000 residents, yet every day more than 50,000 people from France and Italy commute into Monaco to work. These include hotel staff, restaurant servers, drivers, police officers, and bank employees. They all work in Monaco, but cannot afford to buy or rent a home there. Instead of living in Monaco, most choose to reside in nearby regions of France, where housing prices are about 5 to 10 times lower. So every day, they either drive a long distance or take the train into Monaco to work, and then in the evening, they return to live in France. The Monaco government also offers some support programs for its citizens. However, the waiting list is very long, and most of the affordable housing is reserved for native Monégasque families. If you're an immigrant or come here to work, the chance of securing affordable housing is almost nil. Even though living in Monaco might be out of reach, most of the jobs available here remain a dream for many people because wages in Monaco are higher than the averages in Italy and France, thanks to the fact that Monaco doesn't levy personal income tax. Assuming the same job in Nice, which is a neighboring area shared by France and Monaco, workers in Monaco can earn salaries that are 30 to 50% higher. Monaco is also one of the most important financial centers in Europe, home to numerous banks, companies, and investment funds. As a result, many people choose to work in Monaco's financial sector to enjoy high wages and a professional work environment. However, if you work in the service, hospitality, or transportation sectors, a job in Monaco is undoubtedly extremely stressful because the clientele are super rich and have very high demands. A service employee must always be ready to accommodate the eccentric requests of VIP guests, from a rare, very expensive glass of wine to a meal that must be prepared immediately according to their personal preferences. Therefore, while working in Monaco can be very lucrative, it is also incredibly high pressure. So, you still want Monaco citizenship? Many people think that if you have enough money, you can simply obtain Monaco citizenship and enjoy all its privileges. But the truth is, acquiring Monaco citizenship is even more difficult to obtain than both a ticket and a White House. Even if you live in Monaco for 30 to 40 years, you still aren't guaranteed citizenship. The Monaco government is extremely selective in issuing passports, and only those who have made exceptional contributions to the country are considered. As a result, most wealthy individuals in Monaco can only reside here, retaining their original citizenship while enjoying a tax-free lifestyle without officially becoming Monégasque. Thus, Monaco is truly a paradise for the super rich, but it isn't suitable for everyone. It is a place with unparalleled security. There's no theft or robbery, police are everywhere, and surveillance cameras operate 24/7 to ensure complete safety. If you're a billionaire seeking a secure place to live, there's no better option than Monaco.